All right, as the title's probably going to indicate, this is an update on the sap situation. So I didn't get very much sap from the sugar maple. She was so small, she was only 20 inches around. But the big silver maple down the back of the yard is giving me, Lord have mercy, that thing is just, the amount of sap I'm getting is just crazy. So space-wise, I don't have a lot of space to store sap. So what I'm doing is I'm getting a gallon at a time, and then I reduce that gallon down at night. So 2 gallons has made 20 ounces of this, and it's like a incredibly, and this is from a silver maple. This is incredibly sweet reduction right here. So this 20 ounces is 2 gallons of this. I could reduce this down further and just keep collecting sap and keep reducing it down. And then that's going to come up with probably, by the time I was done, I would probably have about maybe this much syrup by the time I was done. I don't actually think I'm going to do syrup this year. I don't have the trees, and what is in my fridge? I don't have the trees. I would have had to went out to a friend of mine's house and tapped her trees this year, and with the COVID, she's a little more paranoid about COVID, so I'm not going to go out there, even though I'd just be tapping trees. I'm not going to go out there. So I'm just only going to get the sap from my big silver maple this year. And oh my goodness, this is so sweet though. This is like, oh, it's the kind of sweet that like shocks your jaws, you know what I mean? Ooh, that kind of sweet. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I don't really like pancakes and waffles and all that. It just kind of, just not my thing. Syrup is fun to make, but it's just not my thing. I mean, I guess I could make like a syrup cake and syrup cookies and stuff. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I think since we're moving anyway, I'm probably gonna freeze these into ice cubes, and I'm just gonna use them as a sweetener this time. And I filtered it and everything, and I could just pour it into ice cube trays, and I'm just gonna freeze these cubes. And I think I'm gonna use them as something special for my Sabbats and my Esbats. And if you were the same, following the same spiritual path as me, you'd know what I'm talking about. So we have Sabbats and we have Esbats. And I usually try to do something special on those days. So I think what I'm gonna do is just, you know, make some kombucha and just drop a cube and just into my drinks and just consume the essence of the tree. I'm just going to use this as a sweetener. I'm just going to freeze it and use it as a sweetener. So this is what I'm going to do. I would stop the tapping on my tree, but it's just literally just pouring out. The sap is just flowing so well right now. So I just caught it at a good time. Perfect time. Anyway, this stuff tastes amazing. You can just use this as a sweetener. The taste is, this is tea over here. This isn't. Look at that. It looks like tea. This isn't. Don't count that. So yeah, so I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to freeze this into cubes, and then I'm going to use the cubes, drop a cube into my drink for special celebrations. So I think that's what we're going to do this year. Okay, just an update on the whole sap tapping situation. Blessed be.